On March the 9th, I'm going to lay down in detail every single thing, every tax that's out there that I'm proposing, and no one over making less than $400,000 is going to pay a penny more than taxes. But lay it out by March 9th, everything, and what we're going to cut, what we're going to spend, what we're going to do. Just lay it on the table. And I've invited them, to Republicans, they should do the same thing, lay their proposal on the table. And we can sit down, and we can agree, disagree, we can fight it out. I want to make it clear, I'm going to raise some taxes. Many of you are billionaires out there, you're going to stop paying at 3%. Not a joke. The idea that a billionaire, we used to have 600 or so in the United States of America, now there's 1,000. The idea that they pay at a rate that is lower than the rate of a police officer, a school teacher, a nurse, is bizarre. But the MAGA Republicans are a different breed of cat. No, they're not bad or good, they're very different. There's kind of like, in my view, sort of two Republican parties. They voted 3 times to keep paying America's bills, to pay the debt without preconditions, without a crisis. If they paid the American debt then, why in God's name are they threatening not to pay it now?
Goldman Sachs is considering strategic alternatives for its consumer business following billions of dollars in losses. That's according to Chief Executive David Solomon, speaking to investors at the company's New York headquarters on Tuesday. He told them, "Sometimes we fall short, sometimes we don't execute, but we always learn and adapt." But Solomon would not specify exactly what those strategic options would be. Shares dipped in the aftermath of the announcement, which analysts attributed to a lack of clarity. Carrie Hallio is the global head of Goldman's investor relations.
Well, the message that we wanted to deliver today is that we put these businesses together, we have a plan to deliver pre-tax profitability by 2025, and we'll make significant improvements towards that goal this year. But also, we want to be nimble, we want to adapt and learn as we go, and so we are going to explore strategic alternatives.
Last month, Goldman said it lost $3 billion in nearly 3 years on its platform solutions business. It was the first time Goldman gave a detailed look on the business that was intended to diversify the Wall Street firm's operations away from its traditional mainstays of trading and deal-making. But Tuesday's comments signal a further retreat from its Main Street ambitions and came at the company's Investor Day, its second in its 154-year history.
Chinese factories are roaring back into life as the country's economy reopens. Figures out Wednesday zoomed past expectations. The closely watched Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index hit 52.6 in February. That's its highest in over a decade, with any number above 50 pointing to expanding activity. A private sector survey also showed activity rising for the first time in 7 months. Economists hope the country's rebound from lockdowns will now help underpin global growth too. The International Monetary Fund last month raised its forecasts for the world economy, in part because of China's exit from health crisis restrictions. So far, it's a weaker picture in the rest of Asia though. Japan's final PMI for February fell, dropping at the fastest pace in more than 2 years. The weak outcome followed a slump in output of cars and chips, casting doubt on the Bank of Japan's view that a steady recovery was underway. Factory activity also shrank in Taiwan and Malaysia, while India saw manufacturing expand at its slowest pace in 4 months. South Korea saw its exports fall for a fifth month, hit by a plunge in shipments of semiconductors.